So here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God.
My name is Pearl Husbands. That's my maiden name. My married name is Ajayi. So I'm Pearl Husbands Ajayi. I was born in St. Vincent, Lomans, Windward, on the 12th of December, 1941. I think that was the Second World War. And my mother named me Pearl. I don't know why. She was a very smart lady, because that was when Pearl Harbor was destroyed. And growing up, all my siblings had another name. They were called by a different name, but Pearl was always Pearl, and I remained Pearl. I didn't have a pet name. I've been Pearl, and I still remain Pearl. I was born to Ernest Husbands, my father, and Matilda Husbands, my mother. We were a family of 8 children, 5 girls and 3 boys. I was the third to the last. So it was a big family, and we all grew up together in Lomans. My grandfather was a leader in the Spiritual Baptist Church. And then my mother tried doing the same thing, I don't know, the Baptist religion, what they call it. They still have it, they call it Shaker. And they were, she was in that field. My father was a staunch Methodist. And every Sunday he took us to church, to Newgrounds Methodist Church. And we went there religiously. Every Sunday he took us. Whereas my mother was a Baptist, as I said. I attended Lomans Windward Anglican School. And then when we did the exam for primary school, I became second because I made one mistake in spelling. So I didn't get the first place. But in every class that I was in that school, I was first. I can remember that very clearly. And spelling is one of my babies. And I've been playing Scrabble for a long, long time. I still play Scrabble with friends because I love spelling. After attending the primary school and passing out of standard 6, then we were recruited as teachers. So as early as the age of 13, I started teaching. My first salary I received was $7.50 for a month's salary. But it was a lot of money during those days. And during that time, twice a week, we used to go to Georgetown for training. Then from Georgetown, we moved back to Stubbs. And then after that, we started attending Teachers Training College in Kingstown. I loved correspondence, and I was always communicating with different people. And I came across this person, Brother Ralph Wharton. After we corresponded, he communicated that he would like to come to St. Vincent. And so he came with his wife Ruth and 3 children, Randy, Rennie, and Rhonda. I still communicate with Rhonda today. We play Words with Scrabble. So I'm still, and I still know the family quite well. And then he expounded the whole scriptures to me and everything. And it's from there he offered me the World Bible correspondence course. And I took that course with him. And then we used to go to these Bible classes, and he used to teach us. And so these girls, we all got together, and young men and young women, and he taught us. And then I, became in 1966, on the 3rd of July 1966, I was baptized and added to the church. So all of us around the same time, we used to meet and worship, as I can remember, in those early days. He trained a lot of different, young people trying to to spread the gospel. And they were really enthusiastic about the whole thing. It was quite an interesting thing, But then I learned the truth because I studied the Bible, and still today I'm still studying the Bible. We used to meet in houses, Sometimes they met in my house, and they would come together and we would preach. They were just a handful of Christians, and I find that the church has really grown tremendously. And I'm very pleased, and I understand there are churches in different parts of the island, which is good. Because during that time, it was only Georgetown that we used to go, and I think somewhere down the leeward end. But now it seems as though it has expanded, into different areas. And I'm very happy about that. So the gospel is to be preached, and what he tried to do we had communication with people from different islands. So what Brother Ralph did, he went to different islands, and he revived the church. And from there, I left St. Vincent and went to Canada, to Montreal, where we corresponded. Ralph Warren and I corresponded until he died, because he used to communicate with me when I went to Nigeria. And I like that, because that's how I know that the truth is always there. And that is what I try to even teach people now at my older age. I like to do that, to spread the gospel, to let people know what it's like to study the word. It's very important. And I work hard on trying to get my family into the church. And so my sister, she was added, and then my daughter, and then that same sister and that daughter lived with my mother, and they got my mother added to the church. She left and got added into the church. But my father was still a strong Methodist. And then another sister of mine too. She was very strong in the Methodist church. But eventually my sister was able to talk to her, and then she was she got baptized, and she was added into the church, and I'm sure she died in the Lord. Like the Bereans, they went to church, and whatever they were taught there, they went back home and they searched the scriptures to see if what they were told there was true. So the most important thing, no matter who is teaching us or whatever, the most important thing is that we should search the scriptures for ourselves, and in that way, we would be able to know that we are doing and following the gospel, because that's the most important thing. The gospel is for all, and it's what we're supposed to follow. And once we read the gospel, the truth is there, and we can't go away from it. And as the Bible says, we have to walk out our own salvation with fear and trembling. So young people today should go to the scriptures and read and learn what they see there, and walk out their own salvation with fear and trembling. I am just happy to be here, and I was very pleased to be in the church. And I'm still continuing. This is my this is something I would like to do, that is my reason here for living. Because what I do, I mentor people. You see, the social media, that's what I do. I mentor quite a lot of young people there. And if you go back to Nigeria and those places, they'll say, that, we know Sister Ajayi and such and such and such. I'm not beating my own drum. When I meet people, I see people, I like to interact. And I don't just go and push religion into anyone's throat. I try to feel them out and talk to them. And I have many people coming to me, to ask me questions. Where I'm living in Toronto, I'm living in a seniors building. And we meet like every 2 Sundays in a month and to worship. And I join with them. Some of them don't even go to church, but I go there in order so we can help to pass the word on to them. Because I think that's what we have to do. That's what the Lord told us to do, go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. So I try to do that in order that I can win souls to Christ, because it's very, very important. I think that is the reason for us being here.
So here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God, you're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me.